Hey, how's it going, guys? Blue Tempest here, and welcome to my very first video of 2023. Today I'm going to be sharing my top 10 most anticipated upcoming manga releases of this year, which I am very excited about. But before we get into the video, I do want to say if you enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like, and also if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more manga content. I have a lot of awesome videos planned for this year. And yeah, I'm just really excited for what's to come in 2023. I do want to say make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links to those and some other social media platforms are going to be down in the description. But with all of that out of the way, I do want to start this list. But first, I have two manga releases that actually were slated to release this month of January 2023, and I actually already have both of these, so they aren't going to be part of my top 10 list, but I still wanted to shout them out and mention them as they would have been on this list if I didn't already have them. So the first of those is going to be Oshi No Ko. Yes, this one is slated to release late January, and Yen Press actually sent me a early copy of this, and I already read it. So yeah, this was my number one most anticipated release of this year. So I am very happy that Yen Press, reached out to me and they sent me a review copy. So I'm very happy about that. I am going to definitely share my thoughts on this more in depth in a future video. But yeah, definitely check this manga out. It's from the same creator of Kaguya-sama Love is War, which is another one of my favorite series. And yeah, this first volume did not disappoint. It was easily one of my favorite first volumes that I have read in quite a while. So definitely highly recommend Oshi No Ko to you guys. Definitely pick it up whenever it does come out. And again, big thank you to the fine folks over at Yen Press for sending me this volume of manga, as well as some other volumes of manga that I am going to share in an unboxing video that's going to be coming out very soon. So yes, thank you guys again. And then the other new release that I do already have, this one I just had pre-ordered on Right Stuff, and sometimes Right Stuff gets some manga releases before the street date, and that's pretty much what happened with this one. So I did get this one delivered actually today, so I haven't read this yet. I don't really know much about it, but this was a series that I was looking forward to trying in 2023, and that is Helk. Yes, this is a fantasy story, part of the Shonen Sunday line through Viz Media. And yeah, I don't know much about this. I've heard some good things. I've seen a couple of videos and stuff like that, about this manga series. And I've just heard that it is a really good fantasy story. The art looks really good, and I just can't wait to get into this one. So yeah, I did want to shout out Helk as well. But getting into the actual top 10 list here, and I do want to say these aren't in any particular order. These are just my 10 most anticipated series. And in the first spot on this list is going to be Goodbye Eri by Tatsuki Fujimoto. This is a manga one-shot that I have already read on the Shonen Jump app, and I absolutely loved it, so I cannot wait to pick this one up physically, as well as some short story compilations from Fujimoto that are going to be releasing this year as well. And if you guys don't know Fujimoto, he is best known for Chainsaw Man, and he also wrote Fire Punch. So as a huge Chainsaw Man fan, I cannot wait to add these to my collection. But moving on here, we do have Insomniacs After School. This is a pretty interesting manga series. From what I've heard, this is a slice of life romance, and it just looks really cute and down to earth. I have this one pre-ordered from Right Stuff as well, and I cannot wait to get into this one. I do think this one comes out a little bit earlier in the year, and there is an anime adaptation also coming out, so this is a series that I think is going to be pretty popular. It's also got some really high ratings online and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know much about this one. The art looks really good. The story seems pretty interesting, and yeah, I just can't wait to get into this one. But moving on, we do have a brand new Shuzo Oshimi work. Shuzo Oshimi is my favorite mangaka, so anything that is written by him, I'm going to pick up, and I'm going to probably really enjoy. So here we have Sweet Poolside. This is a one-shot manga. I don't know too much of what this one's about, but the art looks fantastic, as you would expect from a Oshimi manga. And like I said, I I'm just a sucker for Oshimi's series, so I cannot wait to get into this one. This one does seem like it is more of a high school romance with a little bit of a twist, so yeah. Can't wait to get into that one. The next one is a pretty interesting one. This was one that Viz Media actually announced kind of recently in the past few months, and it's called Dark Gathering. Now this one, again, I don't know too much about. That's pretty much going to be the case for a lot of the series on this list because, yeah, I just haven't read them. But these are the ones that seemed the most interesting to me. And yeah, Dark Gathering, this is a horror shonen manga. It's in Jump Square, so the same magazine as series such as, you know, Twin Star Exorcist, as well as Seraph of the End. So I tend to gravitate towards some of those more underrated shonen series, and I can't wait to try this one out. This one also has, I believe, an anime adaptation that is going to be coming out soon. If it's not already out by now, I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, Dark Gathering, it looks really interesting. The art looks cool. I love the volume cover for volume 1, so this one is kind of a cover buy for me as well. But yeah, just seems like a pretty interesting shonen series. You don't really hear a lot about horror shonen series, so I am very, very intrigued about this one. But moving on, we do have Origin. This is a manga by Boichi, and I've been dying to get into some Boichi manga. If you guys don't know who Boichi is, he does the art for Dr. Stone, and he has some other series that are known in the manga community, such as Sun Can Rock. And yeah, Boichi's art is just fantastic. Origin seems pretty interesting as well. I think this one's more of a sci-fi action manga. This one is actually going to be released by Kodansha, so don't know how the release is going to look like, but I'm really interested in this manga series. I've heard nothing but really good things about it, and I've just really wanted to get into some of Boichi's works. So hopefully this leads to, you know, Sun Can Rock being released and some of his other manga series. But moving on from there, we have a series that's going to be released by Dark Horse this year, and that is Innocent. Another mangaka that I've been really dying to get into is Shinichi Sakamoto. This mangaka has done some amazing looking manga works. So series such as The Climber, and then he does have also an ongoing series, I believe it's called like DRCL or something like that. Anyways, his art looks incredible. From what I hear, his storytelling is just impeccable as well, and I've heard amazing things about Innocent. So yeah, can't wait to get into this one, and it is going to be released by Dark Horse, so I'm expecting it to be a bit of a higher quality release, but we'll see. I'm honestly not sure how they're going to release this manga series and in what format it's going to be in. So from what I understand, Innocent is more of a historical manga, so I'm expecting to see some action, maybe some drama, maybe even some psychological elements. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm getting into, but it does seem like this is going to be a little bit of a darker seinen manga series. So yeah, cannot wait to get into Innocent. But the next manga I do want to talk about is a pretty obvious one for a lot of people. And this is my Shonen Jump pick for this list, and that is going to be Akane Banashi. This is a series that I have been dying to get into. I've heard so much good things about this. This is a manga series that started in Shonen Jump last year, I believe, and it just blew up in popularity. I've heard some just amazing things about this. And I am probably going to read this on the Shonen Jump app before I pick up the physical release. But from what I've seen, I do think this is going to be a series that is up my alley. Akane Banashi is about Rakugo, which is a form of, you know, acting slash storytelling. That is a topic that I think is pretty interesting. I have not really heard much about Rakugo, and I would love to know more about it. And yeah, this is just a really interesting story to me. I have heard that there are some, you know, revenge elements as well. So yeah, really excited to get into Akane Banashi. I also do love seeing some shonen series with a strong female protagonist. And from what I understand, that is exactly what Akane Banashi is. So yeah, cannot wait to get into that one. But next up, we have a series that I don't think is really on much people's radar at all. This one is called Sengoku Yuko, and this one's actually going to be released by Tokyopop, which is crazy because Tokyopop, you know, they've had some amazing classic licenses that they released way back in the day, years and years ago, stuff like Battle Royale and Initial D and others. So, you know, I haven't really seen a manga from them in recent times that I have been really intrigued in picking up. But this one does seem really interesting, and I cannot wait to try this manga series out. I do believe this is more of a samurai manga, and this one is actually from Satoshi Mizukami, the same mangaka as Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer and Spirit Circle. And from what I understand, this is one of his best works. So cannot wait to try this one out. This one is also a little bit of a longer manga in comparison to some of the other series that Mizukami has released. I do believe this one's like around 17 volumes in length. And you know, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is only 10 volumes, while Spirit Circle is only 6 volumes. So it's going to be interesting for me to, you know, get into a more of a longer form story from Mizukami. So cannot wait for this one. I'm really looking forward to it. So the second to last manga series that I do want to mention in this list is going to be Boys Abyss. Now this one I've heard some really good things about as well. I do really like the design of the covers of the series, and from what I've seen of the art, I really do like this art style as well. Boys Abyss, from what I understand, it's more of a psychological drama series. A lot of people compare this manga series to, you know, works from Shuzo Oshimi. So as a big Oshimi fan, I have to check this one out. I already have this one pre-ordered from Right Stuff as well. So yeah, cannot wait for this series. It's going to be released under the Viz signature line, and hopefully that means we get a little bit of a higher quality release, but who knows, we'll see. But yeah, very, very intrigued and interested in getting into Boys Abyss. I do think this one's going to be a crazy manga series. Probably not going to be for everyone, but I am looking forward to trying it myself. And getting into the last manga series I do want to mention in this video. So because I already have, and I have already read, you know, the first volume of Oshi No Ko, this is now my most anticipated manga release of the year, and that is Homunculus. This is getting released by 7 Seas, which I am really, really excited about. As you know, 7 Seas, they tend to put out some really, really high quality stuff, and Homunculus is one of those series that I've been really wanting to get into for such a long time, but there was no official English release of it. This one is going to be released in omnibus editions from what I understand, and Homunculus is a dark psychological thriller manga, and the premise seems just absolutely insane. Like I said, I've been dying to get into this series, and I can't wait to see how this release is gonna look from 7 Seas as well. But let me know what series you guys are excited for to come out in 2023. If there's any that I missed, then please let me know down below in the comments. But with that, that does complete this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.